Welcome to a brand new SEGA News Bits. I'm Barry. With me is George.
Hello, everyone.
And can you believe it? What?
I had a long pause right there when I said hello.
Well, you know what? You were thinking very deeply about what a Sonic and Mario crossover action game would be, and I don't blame you because Yuji Naka just recently shared his thoughts on what, both that he wants a Mario and Sonic crossover action game, and maybe how the game would play. So, George, when was this said? Like, it was he just drunk one night on Twitter? When did he start talking about this?
Famitsu, the Japanese site Famitsu, did like an interview with him on the origins, and I guess they talked about the origins of the Mario and Sonic game, which is a big crossover game that came out in like 2009.
Yeah.
On the Wii. It was one of the top-selling games for Sega, by the way. That's what they were talking about. You want to read the quote?
Absolutely, and I'll do it in the way that they do for voiceovers on such things. Actually, I wanted Mario and Sonic to appear together. So one time I went to give Miyamoto-san a presentation on how I want to create an action game which is co-starred by Mario and Sonic. It was in the GameCube days, and I took around 4 planners with me. It is a pity that the discussion was clearly it isn't necessary for Mario and Sonic to co-star in an action game, and it didn't become a reality. But Sega was able to get the license for the Olympics just at that time. So in order to make the best use of the license, companion characters appeared together. A little later, Sonic appeared in Super Smash Bros. Brawl. However, it came into reality because I requested it from Sakura-san. I want Sonic to appear in Smash Bros. The Olympics was a bit different from my wish, but I think it's a good thing that children around the world are happy about them co-starring. But someday, I want to realize an action game together with Mario. I think I'm going to give another presentation to that Takashi Iizuka finds the necessity of a Mario and Sonic action game. Sorry for the broken English, but that's actually how the translation was written.
Exactly, yes. What do you think about this? And what's your opinion on them still continuing the Mario and Sonic Olympic titles? To me, it feels like they're kind of losing their steam, and people are figuring out this is not what they like. These are just mini games, and this whole era of mini games died with the Wii, I think.
Yeah, I thought when they did the very first Olympics game, it was surprising, it was shocking, it was really weird to see them in a game. But after that, it lost, at least for me, every single bit of wow factor of a crossover is just gone. I look at those things, and it doesn't faze me in the slightest. In fact, I'm not even oh wow, it's Mario and Sonic. I have nothing. I don't even find those games fun anymore. They just, I say if you've played one, you've played them all. So just play one. I personally recommend the 2012 London games on the Wii. But you can check out check out one. They're not bad games. It's just they're very samey, and I think a big problem with them is there's very little to no character interaction, so it's just like these character models existing in the same place. You don't really get any of that characterization, through the game. The 3DS versions have story modes, but that's the mobile version. Why don't they go all out on the console versions? Anyway, that's my micro rant.
My issue with it too is it feels like they're very low budget games to make a lot of money. The first one that first came out, I think, did over 10 million copies. So you would think they would allocate a higher budget and polish it up, but it just doesn't feel like they do that. And it also feels like the whole Olympic gimmick has died out for me. And I know a lot of people online blame this on Sonic Team, which, because they hate the game. So, okay, Sonic Team is to blame, but then they, hope that Nintendo publishes them or, takes over the franchise. Miyamoto has already been said in interviews that he oversees the franchise. He approves of what's going on. I think the issue's on both sides of the aisle, and I think Sega and Nintendo should just give the fans what they want.
Yeah, and now, I know Yuji Naka doesn't work for Sega anymore, and so this whole quote kind of seems strange just because it's you have this guy who used to be the head of Sonic Team, now he's external, and he's pushing for better ideas than what's going on internally. And so it comes off as a little smug, maybe, but it shows that the guy still cares. Personally, I think he should give another presentation. I think Nintendo, they're kind of struggling right now, so I think a proper Mario and Sonic game action game for the NX could do really well for Nintendo. I think right now it's something that Nintendo needs more than Sega, though. Like, Sega's probably happy to just do another Olympics game in 2020 and call that. But, yeah, it's just like, I feel like they need to put What?
I was going to say, how do you think this game would even work, like, in your mind?
Well, we've seen Sonic Generations. We've seen where you can take two different play styles and put them into one game. So, I mean, I would love it if you maybe did, like, a tag team kind of thing where you play as a Mario for a little bit, you play as Sonic. Maybe you could have them kind of, I don't know, maybe swap gameplay styles, or maybe even just plop them in their own, like, put Mario into a Sonic setting and vice versa. Or maybe even have a very weird melding of the two, where it's like Mario gameplay with Sonic. I'm not exactly sure, and I think that's probably why we've never seen the game, because it's very difficult to meld those two styles together without it just feeling like, yeah, play some Mario, play some Sonic, play some Mario, play some Sonic. Like, that's not interesting, but yeah.
That's like the only way I could. That's the only way I could see it. It's like you have to design the levels so when you pick Sonic, it's a fast 2D game, but it's maybe Mario themed, I guess, in a way, and like Mario is in Sonic's world, but the games are designed to play well with the classic Mario physics. Sonic is stuck in Mario's world, and he's trying to save Mario's friends in this strange land, but everything is designed to be like a Sonic game, but with Mario aesthetics.
Right.
That's like the only thing I could think of, like, that would work out for them.
And I can't picture a scenario where the gameplay is really, genre-shattering or mind-blowing. Though I really feel like the one way you could make it work, at least from a story perspective, is to have a little more, like I was saying, a little more character interaction. So to actually see Eggman and, what do they call him, Bowser now, King Koopa, actually interacting, or Mario and Sonic actually talking to each other. Maybe certain characters don't get along. Though I do notice that the Mario games are very light on dialogue. I mean, I can't remember any games where Mario's super, super talky. Like, he's like, oh, hey, what do you think we do now? I think we go over here. And then, like, Sonic's very chatty, but Mario says maybe a few words.
Yeah, I agree. And I think, this is being negative, but I kind of think that Mario is kind of annoying, his voice.
Oh, for sure.
So I think that it's worked out for him to be more of a silent hero.
Yeah.
I think it would be funny to watch Eggman praise Mario's mustache. That's all.
That would be funny. Maybe the whole game is Eggman stealing Mario's mustache.
Oh, man. Oh, please.
Remember, Mario is missing? Mario's mustache is missing.
That's what they could call the game.
Yeah. Done. There's just a little interesting bit from Yuji Naka where he talked about wanting to see Sonic in theme parks in the future. I wanted to read the quote real quickly. He said, "I have always had a dream of Sonic's own theme park since the olden days, but it would also be good to be part of Disneyland. Deke Entertainment produced the Sonic anime in America for a while, and it was acquired by Disney. There was a moment of delight. Maybe Sonic walks in Disneyland. But that didn't come true. Personally, I want Sonic to appear in more various places." Do you think Sonic should appear in a theme park?
I have a feeling that there's already plans for this. I mean, even though Yuji Naka is not working at Sega and hasn't worked at Sega for 10 years, he is a company man. Like, he loves Sonic the Hedgehog. He still loves the company. Like, I follow him on Facebook. He's always posting about Sonic. Yeah. He's either posting about his kids, racing cars, or Sonic. He doesn't even post about his company that much.
Yeah.
So it's gonna happen soon because, like, Sega right now is going really crazy with licensing.
For sure.
I wouldn't be surprised if this happens.
Yeah, the UK or the British Alton Towers did have a Sonic-themed room at one of their hotels and a Sonic roller coaster and I think a Sonic body costume character. Nothing against that park, but it definitely is not up there with Disneyland. So, that was kind of a minor appearance. There were like Sega-themed theme parks and there was like a Sonic puppet show at one of them. Though I personally really want to see Sonic appearing at Universal Studios. I feel like that would be a great fit because it's such a diverse place for different franchises. I mean, you have The Simpsons, Harry Potter. They're not against going outside of, franchises they don't own. Like The Simpsons is definitely not a Universal brand, but it's there because Fox doesn't have a theme park. So I think Sega would gladly sign a contract with Universal for some sort of Sonic representation.
Who knows? It could happen in 2018 when they finally unleash the Hollywood movie they've been working on.
Oh man, that's going to be crazy.
So let us know in the comments about what you think about a Mario and Sonic action game. What are your plans? How would it work? Like always, let us know in the comments below. And I heard if you hit the like button, this game will actually happen. No lie.
If you'd like more Sega news, check us out at segabits.com. And also don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, and follow us on all our social networks.